I, Prajwal of first year MBA, welcomes you all to today's event organized by Institutions Council, a special lecture on research, innovations, and startups. The main idea behind this session is to know the relevance of research and innovation in creating startups in India. On behalf of Sheshadripuram Institute of Management Studies, Bengaluru, Karnataka, it is a great honor for me to welcome today's guest, Dr. Vikram V. Sir. I welcome our beloved director, Dr. Vinay S. Sir, to this webinar, and a warm welcome to all the students and the faculties. Now I would request Meghana Dikshit of first year MBA to introduce the guest. Over to you, Meghana.
It is my privilege to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Vikram V. Currently, he is working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Management Studies at JNNC, Shivamogga. He started his career as an executive and worked for over 5 years in the area of sales and marketing in print media, like the Printers Mysore Private Limited, publishing Deccan Herald and Prajavani, and Express Publication Madurai Limited, publishing the New Indian Express and Kannada Prabha. As he had passion towards teaching, he joined Department of Management Studies at Jawaharlal Nehru National College of Engineering, Shivamogga. He completed his PhD in 2017 from Visvesvaraya Technological University, Belagavi. He is a recipient of Award of Excellence for Adhyapak of the Year 2019 from Teachers Mitra Trust, Dharwad. He has developed business model called Risk and Challenge and Control Model for Newspaper Industry. He is the author of book Marketing Management for MBA student. He has more than 16 research papers in his credit published in reputed journals. He has experience in guiding PhD scholars. I request our speaker to continue the session. Thank you.
Yeah, very good morning to one and all. Am I audible? Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Meghana Dikshit, for giving a detailed information about myself. Let me thank the institute and the organizers, the director Vinay S, and my friend Mr. Dr. Bharat. Let me thank each and everyone, and I thank the institute as well as the organizers for giving me the opportunity to be as a resource person on a very interesting topic called as research, innovation, as well as startup. Yeah, right now, I hope students of first year are present now. So they are more in number, more than 46 students are present right now. And this is one interesting area. It is a one of the happening, especially the startup, and the two concepts, especially the research and innovation, all these are interlinked or interconnected. So you have identified and asked me to deliver one of the interesting topic which holds good for today's scenario, where most of the management students they have to build their career understanding all these concepts, especially the research and innovation, as well as both the research. It has to, the first and foremost is it will start with the research, then the research will lead into getting some insights or ideas, and they will be moving it to the next level called as you will be finding the solution to a problem that is innovatively you will be coming out with a product. Then the startup will take place. Again, it is one of the really interesting topic. So let me start my presentation. I have prepared 29 slides. First two slides, 28 slides. In fact, sorry, 28 slides. The first two slides, first slide is about the, two slides is about the topic as well as introduction. The last slide is about thank you. And I hope I will hold your interest as far as possible. The audience interest is important. I expect the students to be with me for the next 1 hour or 1.5 hours. I'm not sure. Let's cut short it by another 10 or 15 minutes. I will end up my presentation exactly at 1:05 or 1:10. Any questions, specific questions, you may please ask me in the and or in between, if you find any clarification, you may ask me. Any questions you have, you pause and then ask me the question. I will be in a position to clarify your doubts or clarifications. And yeah, let me share my PPT to you. Is my screen is projecting on the screen, on your screens?
Yes, sir.
Can anyone confirm me? Is my screen is projecting? It is projecting, right?
Yes,
what
sir.
you are able to see here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is projecting. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Research, innovation, and startups. Correct. Today's topic is the research, innovation, and startups. Can anyone let me know what do you mean by research? Anyone? What is the definition for research? What do you understand by research? Then we will move on to the presentation. The flow, it starts from research, then innovation, then startup. Am I audible to you? Is my voice is reaching you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. May I know, can anyone let me know what do you mean by research?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What do you understand by research? So in fact, I think in the second semester, if you are VTU, I hope you are from autonomous or VTU. Visheshwar, you belong to, you are affiliate, your institute is affiliated to Visheshwar Technological University, I believe. Can anyone confirm me? Am I audible?
BC,
My voice
sir.
is audible to you? Huh? BU, Bangalore University. Okay, I'm just cross-verifying with the students. So you are affiliated to BU or VTU?
BCU, sir.
BCU. Yeah, thank you, thank you. So I think you might be studying one paper on research. Okay, almost all the small scale industry or medium enterprises or big enterprises or any individual for that matter, he will be undertaking the exercise or he will be collecting the insights or data. So he has to do some research. So what do you mean by research? What is can anyone let me know what is research? What do you mean by research? Am I audible? Is my voice
Systematic
reaching?
investigation, sir.
Yes, absolutely right. Systematic investigation. Why we have to undertake research?
To know the
Why we
advantage.
have to undertake research? What is the need? Why we have to undertake research? What do you mean by research? Okay, so today's presentation or the flow is like this. I mean, most of the businesses, not only business, in each and every field, they will be undertaking the research. So again, to give you one example, I think you might be knowing the company Toyota. Toyota company, you know, right? In between the network got disconnected. Am I audible? Can anyone confirm me for me? Meghana, am I audible to you? Is my voice audible to you? Okay. Where I had stopped, I was talking about, I was giving an example of Toyota Motors. They, when they visit India, they purchase 300 to 500 saris. Any specific reasons to purchase the sari? Why they purchase the sari? Is there any connectivity with respect to the Toyota Motors purchasing the sari? Is there any relation, the Toyota Motors and the sari? Can anyone let me know? If you know that story, can anyone throw light on that topic, the Toyota Motors and the sari? So am I audible? Is my voice is clear?
Yes, sir, we can listen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to connect the research. I'm trying to give some insights or inputs related to research. For any business, they want to have the feedback or the insights. So they want to design a car which should be driven, for maneuvering, it should be very easy for the Indian woman. They wanted to examine, is it possible the Indian woman by wearing the sari to drive those Toyota vehicles? For which reason they purchase 300 to 500 sari, and in their R&D they will prepare, they test those vehicles by riding those vehicles wearing the sari. So that is what the Toyota Motors, they are known for producing or manufacturing the quality products. So they are known for quality products. Just let me share my screen to you. Yeah. Is my slide is visible to you? Is it projecting?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Is it projecting?
Yes, sir, we
anyone?
can see.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Bharat. Thanks for the confirmation. So the organization, yeah, every organization, whether it is small or big, they have to undertake the research. Personally, if I ask each one of you, when you are purchasing a handset or a smartphone, you will be undertaking a lot of research work. You will be collecting information by visiting the website or by collecting the information wherever it is possible, the sources. You will be getting that information, which one is the ideal handset, at what cost you are going to purchase. So research, again, the definition, if I talk about the research, so according to American Marketing Association, they have defined the marketing research as it is a gathering, the systematic gathering, recording and analysis of data about problems relating to the marketing of goods and services. Please note the point here. They are trying to analyze, they are trying to collect the data for what? To a given problem. For each and every individual will be collecting the data. If it is processed, then it becomes the insights or information. That information will be helpful to take the decisions, the business decisions. Again, it is, please underline the word, the problems. So underline the word, the one or the other problem, whether it is to each and every problem. For a given problem, there are n number of solutions. As a marketer, as a management students, we need to identify those problems. We need to understand, then identify and give a proper solution. There will be a solution for a given problem. So there might be one problem, for a given problem, there might be 2 solutions, there might be 3 options or 4 options or 5 options. So according to American Marketing Association, they define the marketing research as the systematic gathering, underline the systematic gathering So they will be, again, I can say the research is an art as well as a science. The research is an art as well as a science. Why? Because it is a systematic gathering. They will be recording. There are a number of methods to undertake the research. So whether it is observational method, whether it is a systematic study or longitudinal study, again, there are theoretically, we can talk on at a length, or we can talk days together or months together about the conducting of the research. So basically, in a layman's point of view, we need to give a solution to a problem, or we have to do business. If we have to do business, how we are going to do the business? Okay. So problems relating to the marketing of goods and services. I hope you have understood. Am I clear? Okay, let us understand one more definition for research. So each company will undertake the research to give a good product or to give a quality products. How do we come to know this product is a quality product? How do we come to know, are we producing a better product? Are we doing good or great in the market? How do we come to know? How do we come to know? Are we on the right track? Are we fulfilling the needs and requirements of the customers? Can anyone? So, in the words of Clark and Clark, one more definition for marketing. So, marketing research is the careful and objective study of design of a product design, markets, and such transfer activities as physical distribution related to, I'm talking in terms of management. So there are other research which will be conducted in a laboratory. There are other research which will be conducted in the pharmacy. There are other research, the science, pure science, the pure, the fundamental, all those things. I am confining my the presentation today with respect to the management. So you being the management students, I have taken this definition. The definition, he says the research is the careful, then how they are marketing or how they are supposed to market those products and how they are going to transfer such activities and how they are going to deliver the products, basically the distribution. Basically here we need to understand the marketers or the business or the enterprises are trying to create that utility. What is that utility? We need to understand. Create that. They will be creating a product. That means the creation takes place according to the requirement of the needs and the want of the people. They will be creating. I mean, they will be capturing. They will be capturing the value of a product. They will be capturing the promotional. I mean, the communication. How they are going to communicate. And how they are going to store, how they are going to promote. All these are of related to the entrepreneurial activities or management activities or a business activity. So let us understand, as a marketer, as a management student, you should be careful enough in understanding. The observation is very much important in the market. Observe. The one word here, the observation. So you need to be vigilant. You need to be careful enough in understanding observation. It is one of the highest, the method of collecting the insights or information. So observation, we can go at a length talking about the topic observation. The research includes observation, asking questions, collect the data, and finally all these three which are involved in the research activity. So again, research is required in each and every field, in each and every area, whether it is in the agriculture, whether it is in the management, whether it is in the science, you name any field, there the research will be there. In those fields, all these three aspects or the four factors, or what we can call the four inputs, or four elements. One is observation, one is questions, asking questions, then collect the data, the information. Will be in a better position if you have that collected data. If it is processed, you can get the result and you can give a solution to a problem. So basically it is a problem. So how you are going to overcome those problems, how you are going to confront those challenges. So I hope you have understood the term research from the management perspective or from the business perspective. Each business, they will be involving in the market, collecting the data, observation, they will be making the observation, they will be asking the question to the customers, to the clients who are using their products or services. Then finally, they will be taking a stand. Are they on track? Are they getting the results what they are what they are supposed to get, the expectation, are they fulfilling, all are they meeting the needs of the customers? Is this clear? Am I audible? Can anyone confirm me back?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
let me move to the next slide. Research, one more definition for research is asking questions. I have told you the asking questions. How the, who has come out, any idea who has, contributed to the world, how many hours, who has said 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 365 days in a year? Who has said? Who has given? So we need to explore. Then if we, again, it dates back to the ancient time, who has given, whether it is the Egyptian people, they have found out the time, how they have identified. So again, a bit of research is involved in it. The research, it is about asking questions. Even in the business also asking questions. How the days and hours identified. So again, one more meaning for research is research. Research. Again, you will be finding out, is there any better solution? Who has found out? Who has identified? Who has given? Yaar helidadu? I mean to say here, the days, how many days in a month, how many hours in a day, or how many months make a year? Shall we have one clipping on this? I have taken, that might be self-explanatory, and you please watch this from perspective of the research. Is this visible and audible? Can anyone confirm me? Bharat sir, will you please confirm me? Is it audible? Is this audible, Vinay? Sorry, Bharat sir. Is it playing? Can anyone confirm me? Is it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bharat sir,
Yes, sir.
I think in between the network I have lost, it seems.
Yes, sir.
Have you watched that video? It was
No, sir.
I think from where it got dropped the network. You have not watched that video, entire video, or
We have not got the entire video, sir.
yeah, I will play it from the beginning. So you have not seen that video, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is my screen is projecting?
Yes, sir.
Research. I mean, it is asking about the question on that. I have a video about for 4 minutes. Just let me check. Is it playing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But we cannot hear the video sound, sir.
The video, I mean, the audio is not just
Yes,
a
sir.
minute. Is it audible now?
No, sir.
It is not audible to you.
No, sir.
Hello. Hello. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Okay. 1 minute. Just a minute. Bharat Yammala. 1 minute. Girish R. Bharat. Bharat Yammala. 1 minute. ಇದು ನಾವು ಗೂಗಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಝೂಮ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದಾಗಿದೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗಿವ್ ಮಿ 2 minutes. I'm just trying. One minute. Yeah, I'm very sorry. I'm extremely sorry for the inconvenience caused. Am I audible now? Please, can anyone confirm it back?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for bearing with me. Due to technical problem, I was unable to connect you. Just a minute. Yeah. Can anyone confirm me? Is my slide visible to you?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Gaurav. So I was asking about the question. The research means it is all about asking the question. So previous slide we had discussed about the definition from the perspective of management, where it is the careful and objective study of product design, markets. But there are other research, like clinical research is there when it comes to pharmaceutical. There are research conducted in the science. There are fundamental research, but I'm confining my presentation today with respect to you being the management student. I'm confining my research to the management, the business research. So here the business research from the point of, the words of Clark and Clark, it talks about the careful and objective transfer activities as physical distribution and warehousing, advertising and sales management. So it all about, I mean, the research, it revolves around observation, asking questions, collect data, and result. Ultimately, with those three elements, we will be coming out with a solution, or a result will be known to us. So is this visible to you? The next slide.
Yes, sir.
So research is all about asking question. Is it? Yeah, thank you. I will be playing one video pertaining to, we need to ask that question. How the days and hours identified. So basically, there is one clipping. It is about 4 minutes. Just pay attention and has identified and who has contributed. Is it audible? Video as well as audible? Is it audible to you? I'm just confirming back.
Some named after celestial bodies, others
Bharat,
after
sir?
gods, and a very specific sequence which the whole world follows.
Is this audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Have you ever thought about it? Who named the days? Who arranged them in this way? Why are there only 7 days in a week? Let's check the internet. Egyptians, Babylonians, Greeks. Why not? We all have been taught how they influenced Indian astronomy. After all, the word hour comes from the Greek hora. Not really. There is no evidence for all this. Zero. Those old serious-looking dudes didn't do any of it. The West just gave them credit. We believed it without checking. The word hour comes from hora, but hora actually comes from the Sanskrit word ahoratra. There's an ancient Indian book called Surya Siddhanta, serious work on astronomy. It says, arrange the 7 grahas, the major celestial bodies visible to the naked eye, from slowest to fastest. Call it the sequence. Make a list of the hours of the day. Start assigning each hour a graha as per the sequence. When you reach the bottom, carry over to the next day. The graha that gets the first hour of the day is called the Dinpati. The deity of that graha then also becomes the deity of that day. This is how the days get their Vedic names. And notice the sequence? That's the secret of the sequence of weekdays. And the whole world follows it. But why is Mangalvar called Tuesday and not Mars Day? You see, Vedic days were named after Vedic deities. When out-of-India migrations happened, the days went too and got dubbed after the corresponding local deities. Greeks, Romans, Germanic tribes, Anglo-Saxons, and finally, the English names were born. 1,000 years later, the Britishers taught it back to us. But Indian astronomy usually divides the day into 30 muhurtas. Where do the 24 hours come from? See, that's what the Greeks gave. Nope. Srimad Bhagavatam talks of ancient times when the days were divided into 24 parts, not 30. That's where the word hora gets called as the 24th part of a day, the hour. It's not just Surya Siddhanta or Bhagavatam. Aryabhatiya also talks of the same logic for naming and arranging the weekdays. It seems the Central Board of Secular Education was way too busy in teaching us Greek achievements that it glossed over such mammoth contributions of Vedic Bharat. Let it no longer be lost in narrative wars or remain unacknowledged. The world's days, their names, and their arrangement, it's all given by Bharat.
The word research, I have said, please note here, research, the name, research, again, someone can disprove that it is not the Bharat, it is the Egyptian, or it is the the Romans who have given or they have contributed the days and hours. It is again the research. The name itself, it indicates research. Re means again and again we will be searching for the fact, the real fact. I hope you got the point clear. Is this this is one of the cowboy, how the concept of jeans has evolved over a period of time. They wanted to have a cloth or a material or a fabric which is going to last long for a longer duration. So the problem there was, they were trying to identify one material or a fabric which is going to, whether it is the extreme cold or extreme heat or extreme, the rainy. So they wanted to have, basically they wanted to have a cloth where the workers are working in the mining, the cattle feeding, those who are involved in the more of the muddy work, where the working cloths for mining workers, it was not, it used to last long for a, it is to, the durability, it was very shorter. They wanted to have a one fabric, so wearing it is of the jeans, in the mining areas, the jeans pant, it is very tough and which has lasted for a longer period. So that's how the business also requires undertaking the research. The re means again the research, finding out a solution to a given problem. We confront many problems, n number of problems in a day. How we are going to overcome those problems? Okay. So I hope this example is quite clear. Can anyone confirm me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Let us examine and the research and the culture. Is there any relation? Can anyone confirm me back? Research and culture. I say it is yes, especially the Southeast Asian countries. One country which comes into my mind is the Japanese. They are very good at research. So research, again, the culture, they are very, the high context culture. In international market, we call it as high context culture and the low context culture. So we come into the high context culture. So where we are very sensitive, we are very, again, the disciplined, and we respect the culture. The research and culture, it goes to some extent, the culture itself, which helps in identifying, in respecting, in giving a solution to a given problem. So let us see one more clipping on this research and culture. So is this I hope this is projecting, the screen is visible to you. I'm just clarifying.
Astonishing facts about life in Japan that
yeah, I'm extremely sorry once again. Am I audible to you now? Please excuse me because the network is switching. It is dropping. Where I was, what I was talking about.
Research and culture.
Yeah, thank you. It is about the culture, research and culture. Is this slide is projecting now? Can anyone confirm me? The research and culture, I have much respect towards the Japanese culture, because even in the international market, we call it as a high context culture and the low context culture. Am I audible? Shall we have one more video clipping on the research and culture? Can we have that?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Just give me clarification. Is it audible to you? Is it audible? Yeah, I'm just checking. Is it audible to you?
No, sir.
Just a minute. Okay, I will visual now. Play it once again.
Astonishing facts of
On to you.
acts during their journey. Japanese airport work. Workers clean your luggage. When it comes on the conveyor belt,
Yeah, am I audible to you now? I'm extremely sorry. The network is being dropping quite a lot here. Can anyone confirm me back? You are able to see the screen as well as the audio is audible to you. Please, can anyone confirm me back?
Audio is not audible, sir.
Meghana, am I audible to you?
You are audible.
1 minute.
Video, sir.
Yeah.
Audio is not audible,
Yeah,
sir.
I have paused now. Is it audible? The video is, audio
it's
is
about life in
output is
Japan
clear.
that will amaze you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
1. Japanese airport workers clean your. Astonishing facts
Is
about
it
life in
audible
Japan
now?
that will amaze you.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Astonishing facts about life in Japan that will amaze you. 1. Japanese airport workers clean your luggage. When it comes on the conveyor belt, then it is considered to be done. 2. Japanese trains have footbaths. It is made to help passengers relax during their journey. 3. In northern Japan, sidewalks are heated in wintertime. In order to keep them snow and ice free, Japan government have made this in such a way. 4. Japanese train timetables have seconds. No other country in the world except Japan has this level of punctuality. 5. Japan has public umbrella racks outside for everyone to use. They also considered to have umbrella laminators. These machines cover wet umbrellas in a layer of film, so that the water inside your umbrella doesn't drip inside a store. 6. Baseball is the most popular sport in Japan. Japan is amongst those very few countries outside America that plays baseball. Soccer is considered to be the second. 7. Most Japanese schools don't have custodians. Students are made to do the cleaning themselves, and not the custodians. This gives them a lesson about tidiness and responsibility from a very young age. 8. Taxi doors are always automatic. You don't really have to open the doors in a cab yourself. To let you in or out, they open automatically. 9. Japanese toilets are very high-tech. A button is fixed to create sound to cover up any unpleasant noises. There are heated toilet seats. There's also a built-in bidet function. 10. Restaurants in Japan display fake food, even though it looks just like the real one from the menu. This in fact helps you to select your meal much easier. 11. Tokyo is the safest metropolis in the world. You can easily send of your child here without any guardian safely. Often many children are observed here without any supervision, alone. They can be seen using public transport and buying stuff. 12. Drainage canals in Japan have koi fish living in them. This is evidence for how clean Japan really is. 13. Japan has unique capsule hotels. This was first designed by the architect Kisho Kurokawa in 1970, for Osaka World Fair. These hotels are famous for foreign travelers. They look like science fiction. 14. There's no such thing as looting. Japan has faced tons of natural disasters. Earthquakes, tsunamis and volcanic eruptions can be devastating. But still jilted properties are never plundered. 15. Japan has rice paddy art. To create images, different varieties of rice are planted. To decide what to plant for this year, villagers gather and decide in the month of April. 16. Japanese train cleaners have superhuman speeds. The popular bullet trains is stopped just for 10 minutes at the terminal. Within that time, the train is cleaned entirely. 17. There's a robot restaurant in Tokyo. It features a robot show with lasers, ninjas and dragons. 18. Sleeping on the job is permitted. This Japanese phenomenon is called inamuri. It is said to be a sign of trueness and dedication to your work.
I am trying to, why I have shown this video clipping is the culture. Again, they are infusing a lot of money towards developing. Even I can take that example of the Toyota Motors itself. The Toyota Motors, they say it is a continuous improvement and respecting the people. That is what it is being reflected here also. So they, again, the culture is itself, it is paving the way for improvising their process, improvising their operations, and they are investing huge money. Not only Japan, the various other the various other countries, they are contributing towards the development R&D activities. Here I am taking the reference of the list of countries by research and development spending. So now earlier it was 0.6%. Very recently, this is the latest data I'm taking here. It is from the source is Wikipedia I have taken. The India is spending how much? The GDP, the percent of GDP, it is now it has increased. Earlier it was up to 2019 or 2020, it was 0.6%. Now it is 1.3%. We are on par with the other nations like, I mean, we are still go a long way. So if you take that example, when the expenditures on R&D per capita, so the research and development, it is very, very low in India. So, but comparatively in the recent days, we have done well. So I hope this slide is visible to you. Can anyone confirm me? So this is the list of countries by research and development spending. Can anyone confirm me? Are you able to see this table?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Meghana. Thank you for response. I mean, where we stand in the international arena as far as the research and development spending is concerned, in terms of expenditure on R&D, India is spending how much? So it is in terms of billion of USD, that is 158.691. So imagine here, it is 5 times more US. It is 6 times, 5 times, and the Japanese nearer to us. Okay, the culture, and in the culture itself, it is there. And we need to, why we have to undertake that research in order to get a new idea or new insights, how to solve the problems. So remember, the idea starts with solving problems. So any problem, whether it is a small problem or a big problem, again, it is an opportunity for us to identify, give a solution to it. No problems, no solutions, and no reasons for firms to exist. So no one pays you to solve a non-existing problem, that is which was given by Vinod Khosla. This is the Sun Microsoft. Idea starts with solving problems, and solving problems that includes taking care. Rakesh, will you please mute your microphone? Okay, thank you. Again, take care with the problem, especially solving problems. The normal use of this word might suggest that there is something wrong. So in a business context, I'm trying to convey here my views in the business Yeah, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm extremely sorry. Please bear with me because I'm losing the network here. There is a network issue. I'm extremely sorry. I was talking about, I hope you have witnessed this slide. Can anyone confirm me? The
Yes,
list of
sir.
Yes, sir.
this is again the area of concern for the Indians. We need to infuse a lot of money here, and for that the business again, how much money the government is infusing on the research activity. So the government itself, it is infusing about 53% of the R&D funds, which is not a good sign. In the developed nations, the private enterprises or the private businesses are infusing money on the R&D to develop a new ideas or a new solution to a given problem. So the businesses are investing huge money on the R&D. In the Indian context, it is to an extent of 8%. Whatever the money it is spent on the R&D activities, it is spent by the government itself. So I think, have we completed this slide? So any problem, whether it is a small or a big, it is an opportunity. Okay, no problems, no solutions, and no reasons for firms to exist. So I will be moving to the next slide. So these are all the few examples where they have identified a problem and they have given a solution. The best example is Velcro, the Ramraj Dhoti. And one more, cone ice cream, where they were earlier, they were generating enough waste by packing those ice, or enough heaps of waste was generated by throwing those containers or plastic wrappers. Instead of that, they have come out with a cone ice cream, where it is a biodegradable and the less waste. You can also consume that wafer. Okay, and then comes the next aspect is innovation. Am I audible to you? Can anyone confirm me back?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So the next part is innovation. The today's topic, the innovation. What is innovation then? So here innovation can refer to something new, such as an invention or the practice of developing and introducing new things. An innovation is often a new product, but it can also be a new way of doing something, or even a new way of thinking, the new dimension, the new way of giving a solution to a given problem. Again, how you perceive, how you think. So let us take one or two examples. Are you able to see here this slide? What you are able to see here? Can anyone let me know what you are able to see on the screen? Can anyone let me know? Meghana, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes,
What you are
sir.
able to see here on the screen?
Innovation.
Yeah. Can you consider this, a tire with a shock absorber, or this device has facilitated the bullock cart? I mean, the bull, it to some extent, it has eased the pressure. Can you consider this as an innovation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I do agree with you. I go with you. Just here, let me show you one more clipping, how the research which leads into a new product, innovative products.
இங்க இருக்கா? ಎತ್ತಿನ ಗಾಡಿಗೆ ಗಾಳಿ ಬಿಸಿ ಭಾರ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್. ನಂದು ಗಾಗಿನ
Okay. I hope you got the point. What do you mean by innovation? So giving a solution to a problem. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for your reply. I hope this innovation can refer to something new, such as an invention or the practice of developing, introducing new things. An innovation, it is often a new product. Okay, here you can observe it is a new product or a facilitating device which has eased the work of these this cart, which is required. That is how you have to think, and the research which gives some ideas. That ideas you can take it into the next level. The next level you have to go for starting your own business. Okay. So let us move on to this one more example. There are few links I have given here. You can make use. I will sending this my PPT to Bharat sir. You can collect it from him. Let us see one more innovation where they are taking into the next level. Are you able to see here? This is one device where they are manufacturing, and they are taking into the next level. You must be aware about the solar panels, the solar energy. Likewise, this clean and green energy, a company which is into manufacturing of the wind turbines. Are you able to see here? Is this audio is audible to you? Can anyone confirm me back?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
India's first rooftop wind turbine. We are here, Renewex 2021, to know more about Archimedes rooftop wind turbine being marketed by a Hyderabad-based company.
Three-blade wind turbines mostly works called on a lift force. But this is a very unique design made understanding the principles of Archimedes screw and designed into a
charging you the low,
Yeah, have you watched that video? Was it can anyone confirm me? Have you watched that video? Meghana, am I audible to you? Bharat sir?
Yes.
Yeah, have you watched this video related to how they have developed, how they have taken to the next level, that wind generation, wind turbines? Okay, So here is one more interesting idea from, I think you might be knowing a reality program, which is that Shark Tank. Have you come across that program? Have you watched? Are you watching that? It is one of the useful program. I request you to please watch that Shark Tank. Do you know, anyone know about this program? A reality show called as Shark Tank. Can anyone confirm me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. If you are aware, there are a few interesting pictures, the product pictures, new ideas, which will be, in fact, this program has helped many by funding. So one such program is one such person. It is an interesting pitch by Jugadu Kamalesh. He hails from a remote rural area where he has developed a cart. Kamlesh designed and created a pesticide trolley or a spray that farmers can use for spraying pesticides. So this is one device. Again, it is an innovative idea. So he received funding of more than 10 lakh rupees for 40% equity share. From one of the, the jury member by Piyush Bansal. He is the CEO of the Lenskart. Piyush Bansal, along with a flexible no interest loan of 20 lakh rupees, which he is repaying it back in a small, he is earning after after manufacturing the product, and once he starts receiving the profit, then he will start repaying. So Kamlesh, he has designed a cart. I think you will be you are seeing it here in this image. Are you able to see here? This is the cart inside the, there are a number of stories like that, innovative products. One such game changer is Zerodha. Have you heard about a company called as Zerodha? Do you know about that company, Zerodha? What do you mean by Zerodha? Zerodha, again, it is an investment stockbroking by name Nitin Kamath and Nikhil. Nitin and Nikhil Kamath, they have, again, he wanted to avoid they were, am I audible? Bharat sir? Yeah, can anyone confirm me back? Am I audible? I'm just, I have muted my video due to that low bandwidth. Please, can anyone confirm me back? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Zerodha is one company which is the game changer. Those who are who want to invest in the stock market, the equity. So they are the people they have found out. Zerodha means in Sanskrit, Rodha means obstacle. Zerodha means no obstacle. In Sanskrit, Rodha means it is obstacles. Zerodha means there is no obstacle where they can invest the money without the much brokerage. He observed that there is a huge lag between the commissions charged by the other brokerage firms and the amount of money actually received by the customers. The game changer for Zerodha. Likewise, we have a number of examples. One more is the game changing is the changer is Zomato. Zomato, you all know Deepender Goyal and Pankaj Chadha, where they were the alumni of IIT Delhi. And earlier they were working with the company called as Bain & Co. in New Delhi. So once they were having the food, or they have observed the people were struggling to get food, or getting that menu card itself, it was very tough task. In their office, they came across many people waiting for a long time just to acquire a flash of the menu card. So they have identified there is a problem here. Why can't we give a solution to it? That solution is Zomato. This is when the idea of obtaining a solution was planted in their mind, and that has led to the vegetation of Foodie Bay. So this is one game changer. So why I am talking here is the innovation. We need to focus on this innovation ecosystem. So all these are the game changers. So innovation, there are few examples. We have discussed about the innovation, the meaning of innovation. Just a minute. Innovation examples we have discussed. The interesting ideas from Shark Tank, then the game changer Zerodha, then the game changer Zomato. Please pay attention here. Innovation ecosystem, innovation elements and country rankings, where we stand. So are we here in this list, global ranking, 1, 2, 3. So overall ranking, India is nowhere in this list. So this is a global innovation index. Every year they will be releasing. I have taken the source is a global innovation index, where the infrastructure, the Norway is the one, the second is Sweden, the Switzerland. So this is the innovation elements and country ranking. As I had already mentioned, we need to do a much in the area of research, in the area of innovation. The lot of funds need to be infused. So you can observe here, these are all the priority areas and technologies. Global priority areas and technologies, like people where they are investing, the market where they are investing, priority areas like technology, climate change, ocean resources, biodiversity, then cybersecurity, industry and corporate governance, geopolitical, and emerging technologies like emerging technologies. AI is there, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, then advanced materials, then smart grids, autonomous vehicles, which is already there in the market, especially you are what do you call Tesla, then drones, big data analysis, blockchain, then precision medicine and genomics. All these are of the latest area, the global priority areas for developing the technologies. So here again, one more area of concern for our country like India. So now this is the old data. Now it is I had shown initially that it has increased to 1.62. So R&D expenditure, you just please pay attention. The R&D expenditure in terms of percentage, it is 0.62. Observe the other countries, the China, France, how much they are spending. Okay, the patents filed by China is 1.33 million. It is only 45,000 in the Indian context. So again, it is 16,000 in France, again 0.32 million, 0.6 million in US. So China is the leading one. Again, scientific and technical journal articles, R&D expenditure percentage of GDP, it is, we need to go a long way. But now we have increased. After 2020 on R&D, we have increased. Then this is the innovation factors in selected developed and developing countries. So then a startup, those two are interlinked. What is the research and innovation are interlinked, and that leads to more number of startups. What do you mean by startup? The term startup refers to a company in the first stage of operations, incorporating. The startups are founded by one or more entrepreneurs who want to develop a product or a service for which they believe there is a demand. That startup. So if I have to take you to the next step, these are all the facts with respect to the startup. You can observe here. Are you able to see this slide? So these are all the development, the facts or the statistics or the insights which I have taken it from the Inspire, the second edition, Empowering India Startup Culture. Can even are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
So how many startups? How many startups? There are 57,000 plus startups in India. So the internet penetration is 61%. Still, another 40% need to be connected. Internet, penetration, it is to an extent of 60%. There is a long way. It is a big market. Especially India is a big market. So again, unicorn valuation, Indian unicorns. So these are all the 11 IPOs. They have gone for. Today, there is a news on Zomato ESOP. The Zomato is giving how much? 4.66 lakh of share is being distributed to their employees. Zomato. Okay. Again, we need to, if we have to throw light on the startups, India has witnessed remarkable growth in the startup ecosystem for the last 5 years. Then the two significant factors driving the growth of startup in India are consumerism and digital growth, especially the digital revolution, which is the paving way for many of the startups, which is witnessed by smartphones. Again, the growth of smartphones. India startup ecosystem is traveling the maturity cycle, which is maturing. So we have one step ahead from growth stage, from introduction to growth, and we are in the maturing stage at the cycle, the maturing cycle with impressive transaction or impressive traction, especially in the B2B, that is business to business space. So, but still the startup space is still dominated by B2C, that is business to consumer space. So again, the Bengaluru continues to remain the main hub for startups and has the maximum number of startups in India. Of course, it attracts maximum funding, and it is the breeding ground, especially the Bengaluru is the breeding ground for many businesses. So if I mean, quickly, not more than 4 or 5 minutes, I will quickly take you to the startups. So these are all the types of startups. Yeah, these are all the few statistics. How many India has become the world's third largest startup hub with almost 29,000 startups recognized with the DPIIT. That is, it is the which is the governing body, that is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, which ensures the growth of these startups, facilitates. So as of February 29, 2020, so the rapid development of Indian startups has resulted in gaps in the policy framework that need to be plugged and streamlined. The government the government has to do plenty of things here. Startups, why startups fail? So these are all the types of startups. So due to, the shortage of time, I quickly run through the small business startups, viable startups. Viable startups like small software companies, which they design and develop a product or a software or a solution, then they will sell to the big companies. That is the viable startups. And scalable startups. Scalable startups like the Zomato, they have scaled up their operations, their activities. Likewise, you have Airbnb, the scalable startups, Airbnb, which is again, they are moving up. Then offshoot startups. From the existing company, one more company, they will evolve and they will start one more business. That is offshoot startups and social startups. Many startups, I request you students to take up this, the fifth one. The fifth type is, there is a plenty of opportunity and scope for social startups. Even the government is also supporting a lot. But we do require, one area of concern is out of 100 startups, only 25 to 30 will move to the next level. The next level means they will survive or they will sustain. So I would like to recall the quote given by the Steve Jobs. So I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is their pure perseverance. So these are all the very recently appeared articles which has appeared in Business Standard. I'm taking it here. Run numbers, you may have enough to quit. So this is the truth be told. One of the article, it is there. I would like to give you much of information about in the next slide. You might be knowing the story of elephant. Have you heard that the story of elephant? It is like this. I'm trying to connect with why the startups struggle, why the startup fail. It is all in the mindset. So are you able to see this screen? Can anyone confirm me back? Another 2 more slides. We will complete this startup. Why the startups are finding it more challenges or difficulty?
Yes, sir, we can see this slide.
Okay. So that story here is the elephants used to transport large logs in the forest. They are held by only a short rope tied to their front leg. So no chains, no cages. It is obvious that the elephants can at any time break away from their bonds. but for some reason they don't. If you ask, we call them as mahouts. Mahouts are the one who take care of the elephants, who train them, who get the work done by the elephants. So when asked, the keepers reveal they use the same size rope to tie the elephants when they were young. At that age, these ropes were enough to hold them. As they grow up, they become conditioned to believe they can't break away and hence never try to. So I'm trying to give a linkage with the startups. Why startups struggle. So it is the perseverance of an individual or the team. They have to take it to the next level. So of course, I'm trying to convey here is the new SEZ law to focus on job creation, not Forex. The government support is very much required. So what is that? How they are going to do? So the role of the government as a facilitator, the government through its 360-degree approach is mentoring, nurturing, and facilitating startups through their life cycle. Simplification and hand-holding, that is creating of more portal and mobile applications. Then the government has to support both the central government. I'm talking about the central as well as the state government. They have to fund, they have to assist. Funding support and incentives. There is a FFS, Fund of Funds for Startups. Here they struggle a lot, startups. Incubation, the startup incubation and funding is the major problem. So industry, academia, partnership and incubation, that is there. We have Atal Innovation. The government is doing, but it is not enough. Atal Innovation Mission, that is AIM. Then the government initiative like Make in India, Digital India, Skill India. Then Startup India, that is Stand Up India initiative aims to promote research parks, technology business incubators, and patent management companies. That would I sincerely request you to become an entrepreneur rather than you giving a resume, you identifying a prospective company or a corporate, you giving your resume to a prospective company or a corporate. Why can't you in turn have your own venture or have your own business, then start your own business, start accepting the resumes, start giving the jobs to your employees. So that is what I conclude here. The startup sustained increase in the R&D spending from the present level of 1.3% of GDP to the level spent by developed countries is essential. So if India is to aim to create world-class research facilities, improve the quality of education, increase the participation of the private sector and universities, and encourage startup companies. So with this, I conclude my presentation. I'm extremely sorry for in between the network loss. With this quote, I would like to conclude: creativity is thinking up new things. Innovation is doing new things. So I hope I was able to reach you to some extent. Please excuse me if I was unable to reach you, or if you have any specific question, you may please ask me.
Students, if you have any doubts, please ask. Or you can put your responses in chat also.
Yeah, you can give your responses through chat box, or I will be in a position to respond.
No doubts? Sir, shall we end the session?
Okay, thank you. Bharat, thanks
Sir,
for the
just a
opportunity.
moment. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. We are at the end of today's webinar on research, innovations, and startup. I thank Ministry of Education Institution Innovation Council for funding this webinar. I thank Dr. Vikram V, the resource person of this session, for sharing his valuable knowledge. I thank our beloved director, Dr. Vinay S, for his continuous support. I thank Bharat M, sir, Head Institution Innovation Council of the college, for arranging the webinar. I also thank faculties and students for their active participation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Harni. Thank you, Bharat. My